I am a partner in Icon Tournaments. We are out of Chicago. We run all kinds of tournaments, fighting game tournaments, Smash tournaments, Mario Kart, Mario Party car, mini games, all that stuff. We've been coming here for 3 or 4 years. My other partner is not here today, but I'm running the show for this one with some of my other friends here. So about 10 to 12 years ago, one of my best friends decided that he, loved video games so much, he wanted to make it into a career, and he's trying to figure out how to do it. So he started really small with Wii's and Wii U's, traveling around doing shows for free for like day shows, and then he upped it a little bit, invested in Switches, and then we started doing tours with like Fan Expo and Wizard World. And we've been with some of these bigger shows like Anime Ohio, Super Cincy, and Cincinnati Comic Expo, as well as a bunch of other ones from Chicago and around the Midwest. For like 7 to 8 years now we've been doing this. So it's been awesome. It's kind of like a side job for me, but for him it's a full-time job. And we've had a lot of fun. We've met a lot of cool people, made a lot of good friends doing this. And then we've, celebrities. It's been a great time, kind of just as like a side gig. It's kind of cool. To me, it's important that you have something that you're interested in outside of just survival, like you need something that is going to keep you going. And for a lot of people, that's fandoms, that's nerdy stuff, that's fantasy, sci-fi. I personally love video games. I've loved playing video games. I've loved, interacting with video games, watching people interact with video games. It's a very special part of my life. I grew up with them. Without that, I would be probably miserable. And I know a lot of people that enjoy, TV shows, movies, comics, all that stuff. We all come together liking this stuff just to like it, just to keep us going for another day despite everything else that we're going through. So conventions are important because you're meeting people that have the same likes as you, people you maybe would never know outside of your job, your life, anything like that. And it's just kind of like a special couple days with people like you that, you don't get a chance to do very often. So I think it's very important. My first convention experience was way back when we had a comic, I think it was Wizard World. I think I was like 18 or 19. My sister took me just because she had an extra ticket and walked around, saw all the vendors. I was like amazed that so many people were like so interested in something like that I was interested in. I remember buying, because I'm super into Zelda, I had, found artists that were like specifically selling Zelda stuff that I was like, these are the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. People do this for a living. And then slowly I went to a few more, and then I met, my best friend, and he was like, hey, I need someone to help me. You want to do it? And I was like, hell yeah. So, I've been doing this for, I think 10 years now as well. So it's kind of like second nature at this point, but a lot of the people that we know here, like the people that help us, we've met through these conventions. Like we would not have known them outside of that, because they're in a completely different state doing completely different things. So that was my first experience, and it just kind of blossomed from there. Super Cincy is unique in that it's very game forward. Every convention has like a little bit of a theme. Anime Ohio obviously is a little bit more anime. Cincinnati Comic Expo is a little bit more everything. But I've always enjoyed shows that are video game forward, retro games, current games, modern games, board games, TCG, everything that brings like the essence of a game together, because I'm an extremely competitive person myself. I've played sports my whole life. It's just a very special thing to me, teamwork. It's a good mix between teamwork and individualism, where, it's also storytelling and it's an art at this point, where like a convention that focuses on that type of art style is my favorite type of art style. So I can relate to almost everyone here, because almost everyone here is selling something that has to do with games, exhibiting something that has to do with games, making their own games, presenting their own games, selling their own games. Like that's the environment that I want to find myself in. So I think that's why this particular convention sets itself apart from others. Yeah. So on top of selling our tournaments and stuff, we also have our little items ourselves. I'm huge into K-pop, so and I'm a little bit crafty, so I will make collages out of like K-pop albums and manga panels and stuff like that. And then my partner who's not here, he loves Pokemon, so he sells all the Pokemon that are here. And then my other friends over here, they sell a bunch of different pins, keychains. They also do TCG stuff. They sell, you know, their own art stuff. Like on my other side, I have another friend who refurbishes and fixes handhelds and consoles and games. It's just a little bit of everything here. But yeah, everything, you know, it doesn't really matter what like your interests are. You know, we're all coming together, we're all having fun, enjoying each other's interests, and just, you know, having a good time.